The new adventures of the Voyager-A. Will they get Chakotay back? Let's take a look at the new trailer for Star Trek Prodigy Season 2. Well, hey everyone, I'm Nick and welcome back to Sci-Finatics. Well, today we're talking about the trailer for Season 2 of Star Trek Prodigy. We've got a little bit over a week to go until the second season drops on Netflix. And I thought I'd take a look through the trailer today for Season 2, which has just come out, and go through some of the shots in that and see what we might learn about this new season of Star Trek Prodigy coming in just over a week's time. I think Prodigy is a great show. It's not just for kids. I know there's probably a few people out there that go, oh, I'm not watching a bloody animation. It's for kids, that stuff. But that's not the case at all. This is a show that can be enjoyed by Star Trek fans of all ages. So let's take a look at the trailer, and as we go, we'll check out some of the shots in a bit more detail and see if we can break them down and work out what we might be up for in our new season of Star Trek Prodigy. Let's take a look.
Whoa. We're just a bunch of nobodies on a rock.
Get in, we gotta move.
Until we found each other.
Now,
Look at us, part of a classified mission.
Okay, our mission's objective, an unstable time rift. Let's begin.
Well, we know our new season starts at Starfleet headquarters or Starfleet Academy. Our kids are cadets and so forth there or whatever, and it looks like they're going to be going on this big mission. As we saw in that little sneak peek scene that came out, probably feels like about a year ago now. Maybe it wasn't quite a year ago, but the one with the Doctor and everything and recruiting them onto the Voyager-A. So it's cool that we seem to be getting them out on a proper Starfleet mission this season, rather than just being a sort of ragtag group of kids, you know, sort of struggling to find their way in the universe. I think it's good we're getting part of them involved in Starfleet proper. Now, we know that Gwyn left at the end of Season 1 to go off and see if she can stop civil war breaking out on her planet, but it seems like she's back in this season quite substantially. It's not like she's absent for the first half of the season, it would seem. We've got, obviously, shots here with her in her Vaughn Nakut uniform, I suppose you'd call it, with all the embroidery and stuff that, you know, goes on with their sort of look and design and everything, and also their ships here, these sort of shuttlecraft type ships. I'm guessing this takes place on Solum or whatever, her home planet. I think that sort of very ornate, sort of gold ornate sort of, you know, I guess you'd call it programmable matter, like her sword and everything, is a sort of idiosyncratic of their homeworld and look. We obviously don't have hologram Janeway anymore. We've got full-on regular Admiral Janeway, which is good, and also it'd be great to see the Doctor. I think Robert Picardo is fantastic as the Doctor, and I'm really looking forward to his involvement this season. We know that one of their main missions this season is to recover Captain Chakotay. He's obviously been stranded somewhere in the future, and there's a lot of seems like there's a lot of time rifty stuff going on with, you know, portals and whatnot, and plans to how they're going to bring him back. So there's not only a little bit of traversing the galaxy that has to be done, but also a bit of time travel as well, it would seem.
I can't believe we're here.
We all have important roles to play on this ship.
They're hiding something, and we're gonna find out what.
No! We're not here for your cockamamie plans.
I was just doing some routine maintenance.
It looks like Darlin and his team aren't the only group of cadets who are on board the Voyager-A. We've got another little group here as well, so including a Lurian from Morn's race. It always seems to be one of these guys popping up somewhere in Star Trek. They're sort of background filler for almost every Star Trek series. Getting some really nice new shots of Voyager-A here, looking great. Can't wait to see the Voyager-A in action. But hopefully we get a bit of the Protostar in it as well. There are shots of the Protostar in the trailer, and also the promo poster. It had a shot of the Protostar in it as well, because I kind of feel like a Prodigy and the Protostar are kind of wrapped up together as the franchise. Let's face it, it's a pretty cool little ship. So I hope that we'll be getting some Protostar, you know, love this season, as well as just Voyager-A stuff as well. This environment with Murph and these medieval weapons kind of reminds me, there's a Strange New Worlds episode and also the original series episode where, you know, Pike fought the Kalar, I think it was, that barbarian race. Kind of looks a little bit reminiscent of that.
There is more to this mission than meets the eye.
Old friends, new world, even time travel. And our only hope are of these kids.
This timey-wimey stuff hurts my head.
I'm trusting you.
This ain't gonna be easy.
Use your phasers! They seem unfazed. We can make it!
These shots show Chakotay standing next to a very Federation-looking starship here. Now, I don't think this would be the Protostar, because obviously the kids ended up taking the Protostar in season 1, and Chakotay was marooned. So I'm not sure what starship he's standing next to here, but it does, in terms of its shape, look significantly Federation. He's obviously grown a bit of a beard, his uniform's looking a little bit tattered. He's obviously been stranded there for quite some time. And we've got schematic shots and everything in holograms and holodeck sort of simulations and stuff going on here, which do show the Protostar. So obviously whether this is retrospectively looking or whether this is, they're involving the Protostar in the mission with Voyager-A as well, we're yet to see. It also seems we've got a Federation shuttle or a kind of a runabout type ship here, which has a cloaking device on it, which they're implementing. There's a couple of shots that this ship is featured in. Looks like Rox found herself a new pet in the form of this little fluffy creature here. Obviously in this shot we have a bit of a callback in the dialogue department with Dull making a reference to Doctor Who. The timey-wimey comment or whatever from him. Obviously that's something that David Tennant's Doctor Who would say quite often or whatever. So a little bit of a call out to Doctor Who in this, no doubt. And from the looks of Gwyn's arm here, it looks like she's wearing some sort of device, perhaps that keeps them isolated from changes in the timeline or something, perhaps, because it seems like they're hopping around a little bit time-wise, and I suppose if events in the timeline change, they, I guess, would want to be aware of that. So I'm guessing this thing on her arm is some sort of device that keeps them isolated or protected from such things happening. We've got Janeway in the tank top. Like you got around in some of those more serious episodes of Voyager, like Year of Hell and so forth. So some serious action must be going down if Janeway takes off the uniform and just dons the tank top there. That's some serious Janeway ass-kicking outfit going on. Looks like we've got a bit of an attack going on by a rogue group of incredibly enormous tribbles. There is an episode with Tribble in the title in this season, so I'm guessing these are gigantic tribbles the size of boulders, which, let's face it, they're difficult enough to manage when they're, half the size of a cat, let alone the size of a bus.
Here we go!
Whatever reality throws at us, we got this.
Punch it!
That's my crew!
This is bigger than any of us now.
I'm not going anywhere.
None of us are.
Looks like we've got some action here going on Solum. I think this is Gwyn's home planet. She's busting through a window and sliding down the building here, looking like it's a bit of a cool action sequence. This close-up shot shows Zero, obviously reflected in somebody's eyeball. So Zero would appear to be using their ability to make people go insane on somebody. I'm not sure whether this is a callback to the first season. They did that to the Diviner, or whether this is somebody new. This is a very interesting shot. We've got a spaceship here in the bottom right-hand corner with a whole bunch of these kind of very Borg-looking rings. It kind of almost, I don't know whether this is sort of part of the Borg transwarp conduit network, or they're very Borg-looking in their design. These rings almost like the outside of a cube. Like if you actually look at them as a three-dimensional object, they're very cube-like, but with the center cut out almost. Looks like we've got a new member of the team here, this female Vulcan character. There's a few shots involving her as part of the group. Looks like we've got Gwyn having a bit of a fight with the Vindicator. Obviously our Vindicator character from the end of last season, who was disguised as Ensign Essentia on the Dauntless with Janeway and the rest of the crew there. She's obviously on Solum. And another shot of her character wearing very kind of regal attire. So whether she's adopted some sort of more higher up governing position on her homeworld, Maybe she's responsible for this whole civil war thing that Gwyn's trying to prevent. Shot of a Klingon here, pointing a disruptor with some sort of Borg-esque eye implant there as well. This looks like it would be the like a holodeck kind of environment, or a sort of a astrometrics lab kind of environment like there was on Voyager. Sort of holographic environment where they can run simulations and holographic projections and so forth, it would seem. Our team in what seems to be some sort of crystal cave. We've got Dal. He looks like he's with a Klingon of some description. And we've got our new Vulcan character on the writer frame holding a phaser as well. And Rock's got her little pet there sitting on her shoulder. It looks like even when Gwyn returns, our Vulcan female character is obviously staying with the team as well, because obviously got a shot here with everybody involved. And if I had to guess, I would say this shot is from a Mirror Universe episode. We know there's an episode coming up that is going to be set in the Mirror Universe, and the fact that Murph has like a painted on mustache and goatee, implying he's potentially the evil Mirror Universe Murph. I would say that's what this kind of symbolizes.
This is one heck of a ride!
So exhilarating!
Whoa! Remarkable.
It still has some kinks. Giggling gives it away.
Shot here with Murph swimming with a whale, potentially some sort of callback to Star Trek 4 Voyage Home with the whales potentially in that. Got a Voyager shuttle being attacked by these very creepy looking life forms attaching themselves to the hull. And it seems like they're causing quite a bit of trouble. We've got a big dragon of some kind erupting from the desert floor, kind of Dune-esque. Sandworm kind of style. Very large creature that they obviously have to flee from in one of their little vehicles that they can create using the replicator thing in the cargo bay, I'm guessing again, which is kind of a cool feature. It looks like we have a bit of testing going on for a cloaking device, which Murph is testing there, and obviously Rock has put together. Maybe that's the one we saw implanted on that shuttlecraft in that earlier shot. And a shot of our team running down the corridor of the Voyager-A, looking very determined. These guys are definitely on a mission. I'm looking forward to the new season of Prodigy starting in just over a week's time. I'll probably try to do 3 reviews a week. So I'll group the double episodes into one review and then just do singular reviews for all of the rest. But I'll try to, it's kind of a bit weird this way around, because this is the first time in my channel's history I've had to contend with a show that's dropping all of its episodes at once. Every other Star Trek show I've ever reviewed has always dropped 1 episode per week. So I get that we're going to be having a little bit of a time disparity because everybody's going to be watching the show at slightly different times. Some people will probably binge it all in a week. Some people might watch an episode a week. Some people might watch a couple of episodes a week. But I'm going to try to do about 3 episode reviews a week to try to, stay in that kind of middle ground, perhaps, of where everybody might be at in their viewing schedules for Prodigy. So I'm hoping everybody can keep up to date with my reviews as well and support the channel in that regard. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to Sci-Finatics yet, please be sure to do so. Click on that big subscribe button to stay current and up to date for the latest Star Trek news on YouTube. And be sure to check out all my cool merch in the merch store. Plenty of sci-fi themed and space themed and Star Trek themed hoodies, mugs, caps, stickers, cups, baseball caps and everything. You name it, it's all there. Check it out, it helps support the channel. And I'll be back very soon with my next video. I'll catch you guys soon.